I want to leverage my writing for my clients. Do I just do that by sharing the articles? I want to leverage my writing for my clients. Do I just do that by sharing? What do you mean by that? You want to leverage the writing? Like you want to show other people what you're doing? Both, ultimately. Okay. Well, so what's the writing? Maybe workshop this. What's a writing example? Who's one of your clients? What's the most recent piece that you've written for a client? Let's start there. We can workshop it. I wrote an article for a client who helps disabled people with accessibility and programs. Okay, so like a blog article. What's the article? A sales copy. What's the article for? It's going to his newsletter. It's going to go on his website. What's this article he wrote? It was a blog. Okay. So are you allowed to use that blog other places? Is it even valuable in other places? Like, is it just very promotional and obviously just for him, or could you actually use it somewhere? So Michael, honestly, the best thing to do is probably, it can be used other places to bring attention to their business. Yeah, it's probably one, as a minor thing for you, if you have a section on your website that's your portfolio that you can link to so people can see examples of your work. But honestly, what I'm thinking is, how can we take this one piece, right? So you got this one thing, cool. Whatever that guy is paying you to write content, I try to figure out how do we get a lot more out of this? Like, how do we turn this into an ongoing relationship, right? Like, or if it is an ongoing relationship, how do we 3x the content that we're getting from him, right? Like, I want to increase the deal size that you're getting from this guy. That's your best shot, more than even just a portfolio on your website. Like, how do we get him to pay more for us? Either pay more per article or just buy more articles from you, or if it was free, then getting him to start to pay, right? Like, how do we turn this guy into a 2x, 3x, 4x version of this guy? And part of what can help there is then doing promotion of the blog post, not for you to gain exposure, but for him, so that he's then gaining more traction from it. He's increasing how much he spends with you, and he's telling his friends about you. That becomes the best play. So if the article was about helping disabled people with accessibility programs, cool. Who would care about that? Like, what media would care about that? If you write your blog post like a news release, a press release, something that the media would actually care about, right? Then do some work to do outreach for him. Like, you become his PR agent and you start telling other people about the fact that this blog exists and that you'd be happy to have him come on and do an interview with you. Or sorry, not with you, with him, right? You'd be happy to have him come on and do an interview, so that he's gaining just incredible amounts of traction and attention because of that article that you wrote. So now you're spending your time going off researching who can be good PR for him. And the goal becomes, how do we start to sell tons of articles to him and get some referrals? So that'd be my goal. It's like, crush it with him so that the goal becomes to 2x or 3x the business with him. What do we need to do that? Thank you. That helps. All right, cool. Yeah. The easiest way to grow your business is to sell more to current clients. So provide awesome value. Like, it's, as opposed to just, you can put it on your website and stuff too. But, if you share it to your Twitter or your Instagram or whatever, it helps. Sure, it's nice. But the easier play is to just get this guy to spend more with you by giving him just crazy value.